All right, people, how are we doing out there? Let me clean my lens over there. How are we doing out there? First things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. We are right now doing some demonstrations on a tile system we're working on. Now, it got to be a surface I wanted to paint first to see how the reaction would be over a clear surface, because again, we have a clear version of this too also. But with the tile system, I wanted to see if the application would work well if we did it with a much darker plexiglass surface, which would work fantastic with it. Another thing, I put one surface against the PC, which will make a clear version of that one for a PC that will be called flexes. And then just to see exactly what the tile system would look like if this is an easier way of shipping the screen. If we do a tile system, it's much easier. Now, the tiles for PC are going to be transparent, but the tiles that we're going to be having for the physical projection screen are not. And the reason why the tile system is the best way to do it, or panel system, we're going to go with tile instead, is because it's shipping. Shipping a screen of 72 by 36 or 36 by 72 or 48 by 96 can be extremely expensive. And I've done this one before. So, trying to figure a way how to ship your screen. United States Postal Service won't take a screen at a certain height. So if you do your add up, I think it's like 112 it has to add up to. If it's 112, they can't ship it. These screens, the tiles, these are easy to ship out. But the bigger ones that are basically, I want to go with 24 by 36, are roughly comes to around altogether. You got to calculate the height of the screen, which is going to be roughly 36 inches, and then you got to calculate the length of the screen and then the height of the box. All that has to add up, and it can't pass a certain number. If it passes a certain number, the United States Postal Service won't take it. That means it has to go by freight. That means the United States will go by UPS or FedEx, and this is where the price jumps. Freight would jump. You're shipping by $300. It's literally that bad. So you get it up easy paying $900 to ship a screen out. It's crazy. I've been through it. I did it already before with these motorized projection screens. I know how much money this stuff will cost you. And mind you, if you got a lot, that means they have to bring out a lift truck, and a lift truck will cost you an additional $300 just to take something and put on a truck. Yet I've been through it before already. So you have to calculate. Go to the post office and ask them, like, okay, what's the biggest you can ship out? Adding in numbers, which would be around 112. It has to, 100, we can't be anywhere near the 112 range, or they can't touch it. So roughly doing it by 24 by 36 in a tile system, we can ship it. Easy to do by them. So yeah, that's what we had to figure out. That's why I said it's more than just mixing stuff together. You literally have to figure out the math on how to ship something, because if you can't ship it, you can't sell it. It's a headache. And we don't like our customers to pay for shipping. We'd rather do it in the day. We get breaks and perks and stuff, but still can get costly. But yeah, I'd rather do free shipping. I've been doing free shipping for years, and I'll continue to do free shipping. So the tile system. So one of the things you have to test out with the tiles is that we link these things together, how much of the visible lines we're going to see. The tiles I have up here already, I like them. I can see some of the lines, but really, I really can't. It's not something that's annoying. This right here, we're seeing if we piece them together, it's almost invisible, because again, it's a very high-end black plexiglass we're using, and I want something with a nice gloss on, just in case if we do some customization ones where people want a little bit of the plexiglass exposed, they can have that kind of a shine coming off of it, something like that. The smaller tiles are going to be transparent. They're going to be used for PC applications and stuff like that, which I am going to buy an actual case to show how we're going to do it in a case. And then we're going to build maybe some cardboard display and put it in there, something for the desk, something like that. They are submergible, stuff like that we have to show off. But the most important thing is the bigger ones. The bigger ones that start off at 4 panels. We have 2 panels and 4 panels at 24 by 36, and makes them easier to ship. So I have to go and I have to buy the 4 panels, and I have to buy the other one and see how big these boxes are going to be, and then go up there, because they're going to go by weight too. So I'd prefer the panels to be thin, but not too thin. We don't want them flexible like we did the wallpapers. The wallpapers are nice, but remember, if your walls are crooked, the wallpaper will be crooked too. So you know that. This right here, if your walls are crooked, at least you can put something in the prop to flatten it out. You can't do it with a wallpaper surface. So that's what we had to go through. I found it out today, everything I need to know, so that's why I'm in here doing some more tests. Other than that, it's doing quite well. So, get a chance to play around with this thing a little bit. We got to actually up to the PC, which we have the big boy down here. And we got an eco mode at around 2500 lumens, and we got it right under the lights. Now I got customers and companies alike interested in this technology, but again, this is ad tech. That's ad tech technology embedded into it, which means if we don't get that paperwork back, this thing doesn't go anywhere, which means it'll stay here until the end of the year. We got to get that paperwork here. So it depends on how long the United States government takes to give us our patent pending. And everything else we applied for, because it can't go anywhere. People have to understand, but it's not about YouTube. No, it's about companies. We're shipping this stuff out to companies, and we're in competition with big screens today. No, YouTube is just people acting like jerks. I'm talking about companies at the end of the day that will reverse your stuff. They got the money, the power, the lawyers. Those are the ones you really got to watch out for, not the people on YouTube. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. So you got to make sure your stuff is locked. If you don't, they'll figure around it. Yes, they will. Unless you know they'll be duplicating everything else, your stuff. So you got to be careful. Am I saying all companies do this? No. But there's a high possibility it can happen, a very high possibility. So don't do that at the end of the day. I've learned experience in life on basically on how companies work on different ways and in business. And yeah, some of it has been extremely unpleasant. So like I told you back in the day, I learned how to make clothes watching the women of the church sew gowns. And that led to another thing, the craze of rhinestones. This is back in the day, rhinestones and airbrushing clothes and all that stuff. So I try to learn as much as I can. And I learned how to airbrush my gear. I learned how to put the rhinestones in, all that stuff, rip off the jeans and all that stuff. And I did all that crazy stuff, right? And I learned how to make clothes, watching these women make these gowns and stuff. And after about a year or so hanging down with these people, I learned how to make clothes. So I would go into stores and I would turn the clothes inside out to see the patterns, how they were made, and go make my own stuff. And I was wearing some gear. I had some graffiti designs on the back of it. I sprayed in and had freaking like the rhinestones coming down one side and these ripped up jeans where subway cars were passing by. And I was over at City Blues and this guy walked up to me and he was like, "Hey, where'd you get your gear from?" I said, "Oh, I made this all myself." Now mind you, none of my stuff was copyrighted. I'm new in the business, don't know jack at all, period. None of my artwork, nothing was copyrighted or anything about that all, period. And this is what I tell you at the end of the day, being high and mighty at the end of the day will cost you so much. It's not even funny. I've been to this before. I've lost a lot of stuff being high and mighty. So anyway, this guy walked up to me. It's a nice conversation. Gave me his business card. Find out he had a store on the bottom floor, the second floor of the gallery. It was a big one, store. And what happened to him was that when he bought the store, it was supposed to come with merchandise, but the guy ripped them off and took all the merchandise and disappeared. So he was left with nothing at all, period. And he wanted me to design clothes for him. So basically I had to make a couple pieces of cords, bring it up to them, see if they like it, put it in the window, see what kind of reaction they get off of it. And I was making urban gear, because I was in an urban neighborhood, you know what I mean? That's what was popping at the time. So it took off. I was making a little money. And then they got me this place a little farther down. It was near where we had a nice little factory there. I had some people working with me. And I had people making clothes and stuff like that, and a little office and stuff, and boom, here comes ego in big head mode. Again, don't listen to Jack, to anybody at all. And my mother sat there and said, "You might want to get yourself copyrighted because this guy's going to rip you off." And I'm thinking, oh, you're jealous, this, that, and the other. Yeah, I was a nasty piece of work, trust me. Oh, you're jealous, you know what I mean? You're just, typical dumb nonsense people say. And I know what I'm doing. I trust this guy. He doesn't seem the guy's going to rip me off. This guy took me out to nice places. And I went to fancy restaurants. I met a lot of really interesting people and stuff. Yeah, you got to be careful about that. That's how they blind you. So I'm driving around. This guy has a beautiful car and everything, beautiful Jaguar convertible. Now I'm feeling like super important, you know what I mean? Because I'm coming out of this car and people are looking at me different and stuff like that. And they got a little bit of ego going on. Got people working for me. And they're basically making all the clothes that I'm designing. I'm designing all this stuff. And I'm giving them everything. Like, I'm giving them all my stuff. Even secret stuff I got. Because I can trust this guy at the end of the day. Yeah. Long story short, they copyrighted all my stuff. Everything. They took it. All my work, they took everything. I had no rights to nothing. I took it all. And I ended up getting kicked out of the office because they locked the office. They kicked me out. and I had to get a police officer to get some of my stuff, got my personal stuff in there, got my personal stuff out, and I ended up moving my office. Good thing it was on Broad Street. It wasn't on Broad Street. It was a little closer, maybe about 4 subway stops. I had to move my stuff from there on the subway back home. Most humiliating thing I ever went through in my entire life. But it taught me something at the end of the day. Learn to lock your stuff. So I had to learn that the hard way. And that's why I back everything up, lock everything, and this is where I am now. It has nothing to do with these jokers. No, I went through some really bad stuff in my life where I had people steal everything from me, and I learned from that, lock it all down, back it up 100%. This is why I'm the kind of person I am when I talk about taking people to court, because I had somebody take everything from me and left me with nothing. They even took the money out of my banking account. You know why? Because I was dumb enough to put my money in their joint banking account, thinking I could trust them. And they locked me out of all my money, everything. I was broke. Yeah. So you learn from experience in life. And once you go through a period of that in life, you become a person that will protect your stuff at all cost. So when I tell you that at the end of the day that I will walk in the courtroom and clean your clock in any means necessary, that's the kind of person you're dealing with. I don't let anybody take anything from me. So that's my story about how, yeah, and that happened way before I got into this business. Ever since then, anything I started, I locked everything down, paperwork, the whole 9 yards. I've dragged people on the court, sued them, took everything from them, and felt nothing for them. Because again, at the end of the day, if you're bold enough to cross that line, then I'm going to be that person and take it all from you when we go into a courtroom. I guarantee 100% I will win it. So I learned to be that person, but it came with a price, a horrible price. And I lost a lot of money. Close to my banking account about $80,000. They locked me out of. So imagine, gone, everything, gone. Factories shut down, everything's gone. And could I go to the store? Oh, the store was there. I couldn't do anything about it. They even had me escorted out of the store by security. I just went in there to talk to the guy, and 2 guards came up and took me out of the store. Yeah, everything. So ever since then, that's why I'm like that. I protect my stuff. I back my 100%. Yep. So you learn things in life, you do. So when people sit there and go, why is he like that? That's why. You're supposed to be like that. Because if you don't, the world will eat you alive. And it'll take it all from you and laugh in your face while they do it. So every time I had to go to the gallery to buy stuff, I had to see my stuff at the end of the day, and somebody using my stuff without my permission and making money off my stuff. So now you see why I'm like that. We lived through that. He was there in that store for roughly about 3 years before he left. And I had to go through that for 3 years. Live and learning experience. So if you wonder why I'm like that, you touch my stuff, and I say I'm going to drag you in the courtroom and strip it all from you, I'm definitely not playing around with you. Leave my stuff alone. You don't like it, you don't like it. That's your personal opinion. But when you want to tamper and mess with it, you got a completely different person that's going to walk into a courtroom. I'll have no remorse for you whatsoever. I don't care if you have kids or whatever. I'll take whatever I have to take from you. Now, one thing I did change about me is when I became a Christian, I try to be more lenient. I try to give people a second chance. And once that second chance is up and I give you that, I go right back to the same person and start. That's it. I give you no remorse. And this one right now, in about an hour or so, I have to meet it with some people to get that taken care of in about an hour or so. So, yeah. Leave stuff alone. Just don't touch stuff that don't belong to you. That's how it works. Now I'm going to get back to my screens over here because make sure all this is locked in. And I learned this, like I said, I never would have thought would have happened, but yeah, people do it. They'll smile on your face, and they'll try to take it from you. Yes, they will. That's what I went through the first time in screen paints. That guy smiled on my face. Same night, I was watching him. When he was doing that stuff, he was giving me flashbacks of what happened to me with the clothing. So I saw this. I've seen this scenery before. I've seen it. I didn't trust him. You have to trust him, but you can't trust him. That's how it works. You have to be 2 steps ahead of them. You have to be. If not, they will take it from you. Like when I crush these boxes down like this, figure out, oh my god, I can't throw these in the trash. So we cover everything in black paint because it destroys it. It won't pick up. Right now, I was thinking about, okay, when I leave from here to upgrade, that's why I didn't buy any furniture. I have no furniture in here. I literally don't have to take anything with me. Oh, thank goodness. I hate moving so much. It's not even funny. I got nothing here. Everything here is just lightweight. I can take that. But this right here, man, I'm getting this as an industrial paper shredder. That's what I'm about to get. It's a big, huge thing. It's a good size, but you can throw everything there, like disc, credit cards, all that stuff. It's done for sure. I'm going to shred all this stuff. Everything. And then once it's all shredded, I'm going to basically soak it in black paint because it'll be worth nothing. Because you got to be careful. People would dig through your trash. You'd be surprised. They would literally dig through your trash. Ah, but other than that, I'm liking this stuff. The tile system, best way to do it, smaller tiles. I got to get different sizes of tiles and how people make when they build their screens. Yeah, I'm going to test this up in a couple places. I like this, man. This thing is freaking beautiful. I had to get something for the back to cover it up. I want to basically show this off. Again, I got people coming through to look at the tile system. We're looking at the screen. They don't know about the towers yet. We have to break it down because it's much easier to ship. It's much easier altogether. So I have to buy the original sizes, which is the 24 by 36, which I'm going to take a couple of those out to play around with. And I have to buy a system so I can lock them all together to see what we get. I can do this with right now. I want to do a 4-panel system. And the welder, the guy I'm bringing on board, he's actually designing a frame system that you can slide them in and they lock in place and then hang on the wall. He's building that. I think we have mics on this side. We should have it in the menu. Keyboard on this side this time. Or the other PC. So I'm going to pick up a certified white screen so we can cover the back because we have to show the comparison of the two. So I think how we're going to market the panels is the panels are going to be done in strips, these long strips that are going to do the display, and we're going to have 4 of them, and there's going to be an AI that's going to pop up. She's going to bounce from panel to panel to panel, explaining what the panels are all about. Requiring that they don't require 720, they can run off 720p projectors. Tabletop, lowest they can run at 50 lumens. We're going to operate at 50 lumens in a fully lit environment, which I'm happy about that. You know what I mean? Because then you got, 50 lumens are cheaper. 50s, 500s would be insane on this thing. All fully ultra short though compatible, weatherproof, submersible, for kind of applications. And on top of that, because there's a tile system, you can build it any way you want. Where's my sound? We need sound. The dark side, no sound. See right here, we can see the bottle. And here, this is transparent. This one's not transparent. This is the one we'll be using for the desktops and PCs and stuff like that. And that's the one we're going to be using for our larger screens. That's why you can see a little shape there. That's the Snapple bottle on the side. 'For those of you in the projector mapping community, yeah, you can run projector mapping applications off this and use everything you have on this projector mapping applications because it's a must. Basically, I have people contact me in the art community. As a matter of fact, there's a place we'll be going to pretty soon that's involved in art community to show these off. As you can see, we're right under the lighting, right there. I should have plenty of light on top of the screen. "4K Snow Screensavers, Cottage." And as you see in the demonstration, next to gray and white screens, it's a total different entity when it comes to the same screen. The red on the gray screen, stuff like that, pulls an extremely high white level. Says that we call it, there's still an absolute screen. We're just trying to figure out exactly what surface to put this on because again, yeah, it can be expensive if we do it the other way. Very expensive. And I like the panel system. I do like them. I have it right there. My giant screens, all panels. It was so much easier to do. Oh man, it was so much easier to do. Wish I had known this when I was in the house. Because you have any idea how easy it would have been able to build a screen that fast, that quick? And buying the aluminum fixed frame screens, and they were expensive too on top of that, and these were much cheaper to do. This thing was really cheap. It cost me $48 for 8 tiles. That's it. $48 for 8 tiles. And I had tons of boxes all over the place, but I shipped out just about every day. So yeah, literally could have put an entire wall system in with no problem, a panel system. And yeah, but again, you know, God brings things to you when for you to have. When if it's your time to have it, then it's your time to have it. But man, it's going to be so much easier. Mind you, the wall in the basement was stucco. So to put a panel system in there, oh my goodness, man, I could have went ham in there. But no, I mean, it's up to God. God makes it when it's available. It's your time to have it, you know. This is the right time for us to have it. It's the right time for us to have it. Man, I could have put it. Now I know I can put giant panel systems in. Makes my job so much easier. These panels are more advanced than these right here. And as you've seen, it's a different type of coating. Oh, we got to do this nice system right here. And the other thing I like about it, we don't have to upgrade to any high-end projectors. None of that stuff whatsoever. I like the fact that the technology requires $50 projector, under $200 projectors. The colors look absolutely gorgeous. Mind you, it's a 10% done product. This thing's not done yet. It's missing 4 elements to complete it. It's not even completed yet. Now, that whole gray thing, at the end of the day, no, we're just having some fun. We're not going to do a whole gray thing. It just takes too much work. I got way too much to do. Too much to do. You see the time and effort I got. Now, trolls want that because, again, they're entertained by chaos. But no, in real life, we have things to do. I have a company to run. I got money to make. I don't have time to be dealing with that. We know what the technology is designed to do. When you get a sample of it, you'll find out for yourself. Other than that, I don't got time for it. I got things to do. I had to sit there and figure out the calculation, and figuring out what size we needed by the height and the weight of the box in order to ship these things out. So I got a lot of work behind these. I had to fill out a ton of paperwork for patent pendings, a trademark. What else we paid for? We paid for a trademark. Yeah, the trademark and the new copyrights. Yeah, I paid for all that stuff to get all that stuff done. The trolls are entertained by whoever is doing what. That's what a troll is entertained by. It's sad. They'll wake up. They'll have nothing. Pretty much. And if you're doing wrong, by God, you will wake up with nothing. You'll lose everything. Everything you've been blessed to have, it'll be taken from you and given to somebody else. That's how it works. But if you entertain it, I come ahead and defend my company. I do what I need to do. That's what I'm supposed to do. And that's why I don't carry on like they do. I got a stack of paperwork right here that's going out today to get it taken care of. I got time for that nonsense. Other than that, I'm going to basically do what I have to do to get my product. I got to go a lot of advertising for this technology. I can't wait to get it out there and start displaying it. And I'm going to be fixing today the other Christie projector because they have lens. I rather prefer using that because I have to be 18 feet back to pick up, and I want that. It's going to give me some fun. So take that on site, show these things off. I got two types of these screens going to be shown off for the towel system. I'm going to be showing off these right here, and I'm going to be showing off the 24 by 36. I'm going to have them everywhere. Oh, you must be. We don't care. Your term of you must be. Yeah. If you haven't seen my track record and what I do, don't care. I can literally go back 12 years and show you I was making stuff that other people weren't making yet. So, again, don't care. I'll work on my technology, get it where it needs to go, get my big contracts rolling in, and then one day I'll get that metal out there where I can sit there and stare at the sun and relax and enjoy my rest of my life. Now we got to change the price of the thing because again, yeah, it's going to be a little bit, maybe a little bit more because it depends on how we got to break it down. We got to figure out the size. So we did the 235.1 was exactly 4. Yeah, it was definitely it was 4. It was 24. Roughly about a 235.1. 426 by 24 by 36 does 106 inch 235.1. Yeah. They only come in packs of 4s and they come in packs of 4s. Let me see for a minute. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Yep. Packs of 4s and packs of 2. That's the company that will be dealing with to get this from me. So packs of 4, packs of 2. Ooh, man, we get free delivery on these things? Oh, heck yeah. That's beautiful. You get free delivery, you get free delivery. I don't have to pay for that. It won't cost me extra. Alright, cool. We got to order some of these. I'm going to see how fast our company produces these things and gets them out to us. That is awesome. Alright, so these will have samples and all that other good stuff. I gotta even get my brochures made for my samples. I get customized brochures for these. Everything. Now, that's the physical screen of it. Well, I guess, yeah, they are going to be physical screens when it comes down to the advertising technology we're working on. We're going to have our own stretchable tablecloth displays already pre-coated with our formula. So you can advertise off your table at trade shows. Well, if you're going to Comic-Con, can you imagine putting Japanese anime right across your table, actual videos of it? Oh, that's going to be freaking sick. And especially using this stuff? Man, that's going to be sick. Alright, let's get something else. Let me get some contrast levels on here. Let's go with desired nature. It's just so much easier if you just go in and just take out the D they put in and then go all the way to the beginning, because you're in here forever trying to find it. Put in AK and then basically put the space in between that, and then it's a lot faster. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. The black levels and the colors. Mine 10% done. Not even finished yet. Not even close to being finished yet. These rings are going to be absolutely, like I said before, the expensive projectors, all that stuff, that's not even needed. I'm on a $50 projector, Chrissy LW400. Let me show you that right there. We've got other people that watch our channel when they come in. LW400, and that's a cheap projector. Mind you, in the back, we're not even using the HDMI ports. We're using VGA. So again, you could buy a projector, SVGA, 600 by 800. Actually, I'm gonna hook up the 1000 today and run it through it. So yeah, 1000 you run here with no problem. That's a 600 by 800 SVGA projector. We can run that up 50 lumens off a desk with no problem. So again, this is going to basically, the tiles are going to change a lot. A lot of the technology we developed changes a lot. But still, the tiles are going to be pretty cool. It's going to be our first physical screen. Well, first physical under this technology. So you're sitting there scratching your head like, I wonder if I got enough lumens, I wonder if I got enough contrast, I wonder if I got enough color. Can I use this in a fully lit environment, man? Yes. And we got the gamer version coming out too. I'm doing a gamer version tile. And black golf balls. We got acoustic black golf balls. It's coming out pretty soon. I can't wait for all that. Oh, did we hit the rich one? Oh, we hit it, but we didn't hit that. Oh man, these black levels, we call our black levels now Infinity 2s, and yes, there's an Infinity 2 black level. That's what we call it. And the black levels on this are going to be really super ultra dark. We're not even done with it yet. When we do the contrast on this thing, you thought it looks dark now? No. This thing's going to be like looking into the center of a black hole when we get done with it. And you probably wonder why I got one forward and one backwards, because I was doing a demonstration with the fish. It was disappearing from one section going to the other. We can bring them right next to each other. Not a problem. I don't want to put them close to each other. I want to show you the system. That's why. I prefer to keep them separated. You want to keep them separated. Wrong button. When we do the display, we have a white background, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 have the projector hit it, and you'll see the difference between the white surface and that technology. And that's how I'm advertising and showing. Here we can do the same thing too. I've got a hook system putting in that can actually break a white screen down behind the back of this. We want to show off comparisons against the white surface. We're just using the surface we have right now for the time being. There you go. That is our Infinity 2 contrast level. New York City, nighttime. Now, as we get to points, as I explained before, I tend to make a lot of these, truthfully. So these are going to be declared as limited editions. They're not going to be rare limited editions, but they are going to be limited editions. So, right around the time we get near our paperwork for our patents, we are going to not request, but we're going to put out pre-orders. Someone was asking, we're going to do pre-orders? Yeah, because we're making a certain amount of these every month. We make them every month, we're going to make a certain amount. And decide what the certain amount is going to be. So we're going to have this thing everywhere. And I mean everywhere. We're going to have it on so many different locations to show you different reactions, how people like it, how they love it. And again, there's samples of it. Samples of it are coming roughly probably around $30 for the samples. And shipping's going to be free, of course. You can check it out for yourself, see if you like it, compare it to your screen. So this thing's going to be flooded everywhere. But like I said, we're only going to make a certain amount every month. And there's no waiting list. We don't do waiting lists. It's our headache. It's first come, first serve. Skyworth food demonstration. Let's take the long way. So we'll be doing the same demonstration pretty soon, but except for these will be 24 by 36. It'll be 3 in a row, so you can get a bigger idea how this thing's going to look like. Now, pre-ordering guarantees you two things. It guarantees you to get your hands on one of them, and also to guarantee, we're going to do a lot of pre-orders, a certain amount of pre-orders too. And it guarantees you at the end of the day that you're going to be, well, I guess it does guarantee you're going to be able to get it, but you actually get it a month earlier than everybody else. But once we get the documents back, then we'll let you know. And then we'll give you a set on how many will be available every month. We're going to do, like I said, so many. It's not going to be like something super rare, but you know, it's not going to be a lot of them. And like I said, if we get this kind of image out of a $50 projector that's not using an HDMI port, imagine those with some of the higher up projectors that you possess and you have right now, that you can't do this. We're in a fully lit environment. There's light sitting right on top of the screen. I'm also going to put my monitor and stick it up there because I got to see this. For here. Okay. Look at that. That's absolutely insane. Look at the white levels on the hand. And heightening's not even done in this thing yet. And like I said, 10% of this is only done. This thing's gonna look just like a TV. And like I said, the beautiful thing about it is, when they tell you you're forced to spend money for an expensive projector, you can laugh at that like, yeah, right, I ain't spend no money for that machine at the end of the day. It's an option. It's not that you're forced to do it, you're an option. Go over to eBay and buy yourself a freaking $50 projector and do that. Save yourself a ton of money. No calibrating? No, I don't calibrate. My customers don't calibrate. Commercial use, we're in commercial right now. You can run this anywhere in your commercial environment. There's a gaming version of it, which we're bringing on next. Gaming tile system. Coming out pretty soon. LG, snowboarding. Now, certified companies, I'm sending them a sample. Every single one of them will get a sample of this technology. Because I want them to see what the future's going to be like. The Diamond that sent me over that sample sheet, and I saw that and pulled out like, oh shoot, that's what the future was looking like. So I'm like, oh, we got to change. There you go. That's the whole purpose. And this thing is going to be cheaper than their screen. They charge you all this money for a screen. You can't even basically use with an ultra short though. Enough alone, you can't take it outside. These things go outside. They're fully weatherproof. You can submerge this thing in the water. Try doing it with a $5,000 screen and see what happens. It'll damage the screen. And if you notice in all the demonstrations, high-powered, expensive machines that are way out of your reach. I remember I saw a Diamond with a $50,000 Sony coffee, we call it the coffee table projector. That's a big projector. On top of it is 50 grand. They're probably like 25 now, but they're still expensive. 25 grand to my $50 projector. And these systems can take a halo system with no problem. So imagine what our booth's going to look like. Everybody sitting in these dark environments. We're going to be in a fully lit environment with a halo system attached to the screen. Yeah, it's not going to go well. Not for them. It won't. So yeah, they are going to reach out to me. And they're going to ask me how much. And if I say how much, it's a no. How much do you want it for the whole company? I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Whoever gets to me first is the one that's going to think at the end of the day that they're going to be the ones to buy me out. Because whoever gets there first is going to be a leading screen. Look at the Diamond, I think it's a concept or what they call it. It requires an 8,000 lumen projector to fire off to hit the screen. They only sell it to companies only at the end of the day. I've seen the screen, it's black, it's a black screen. But again, can't do what our screens can do here. Our screens basically at the end of the day, like I said, that require expensive projectors. They're ultra black, which is ultra black also too. But I consider the fact that more reasonable, that screen's submersible, projector mapping application, fully weatherproof. What's with ultra short though projectors? And that screen's not, and it costs way more than mine. On top of that, we can make them invisible. We can make images transfer through them. That screen doesn't do that either. So, and then on top of that, the big part of it all, that we advance it to where an ad-tech can be, and an ad-tech can absorb sunlight. So, yeah, he's not anywhere near what we can do with this technology. So, no, yeah, good technology has there, but not on our level. That's what I don't like about people use high-end projectors, because high-end projectors means either you're trying to make up for something your screen's not doing correct. That's why I'm not a big fan of the high-end projectors. Let's go with Sony Pinball. When you get one of these in your dedicated theater room, these things don't look absolutely incredible. Is this thing better than the paint we have? Yeah, heck yeah, by a lot. It's by a lot better than the paint we have over here. The technology we have here in paint is amazing, but mind you, we have higher advancements of our technology. That would be it. Under the ad tech. So say if I wanted to never do paints ever again, and I just wanted to switch over and do physical screens, we have the capability to do it, but I want to do both. Some have our own inflatable screens. They'll have that type of technology embedded into them. That's why I say when you do demonstrations, you have to really show a difference between night and day. What we got here for time? Almost out. I'm trying to keep it at an hour because I want to get some recordings of this and take it and show a few people. The screen's going to ruffle a lot of feathers. Whether they be whatever they are, or whether it be basically big companies, it's going to ruffle feathers. And yeah, like I said, we're going to have people trying to buy us out. If you're a big company at the end of the day, and you see this thing pop up, what is your first intention? Did you get the guy to work with you? Which is not going to happen. Why do I work with you when I can work in my own thing at the end of the day? I'm good. Or buy them out. And I'm not for sale. So that thing's going to do first. Then maybe, about maybe 5 or 6 years from now, I'll sell my company and be done with it. Somebody else will take over and go from there. Or I might just have somebody run it and let them take over it. I haven't decided yet. Until then, I'm going to develop amazing technology. Yep, all powered by God. That's what it says, powered by God's technology. Everything we have comes from God. Starfield screensaver. Can read white levels, can read contrast, picks up outstanding beautiful color. It's only at 10% completed. and it can run in a commercial environment on a $50 projector. It's not even using the HDMI port at 720p. So that's not a good record to run off. I don't know what it's in. Gray screen can't match it, white screen can't match it, and certified can't match it either. So when this thing peaks at 100%, imagine what it'd be able to do. As for trying to prove that the gray screens don't work, we already know they don't work. We know that from the door. Everybody knows they don't work. It's a budget screen paint. That's what it is. That's what it is. Nothing but a budget. If it were a high-end screen, it'd be more expensive than a gunmetal. Gunmetal's more expensive. Now, people can be better, have their little conversations. Guess what my answer to that is? Don't care. See that technology right there? Technology is worth a lot of money. That's expert, a lot of money. That projection screen is doing something that other screens can't do on YouTube right now. I don't need to make challenges. I don't need to prove and back it up. It does itself. Every time you see a video, it backs up itself. Only thing I need to concentrate on is getting that paperwork completed, getting this thing in showrooms, get it exposed as much as we possibly can, bring the investors on board, which I'm about to pretty soon start accepting their payments. But first, I want to make sure this thing's locked in before we do that. Work on getting a bigger warehouse space, bring on more employees. Well, actually, employees right now, I don't even at all. Bring in employees, everything that we need. I want trucks with my company's names on everything. I know. I said about keeping it small, it is going to be small. You can have a small mom and pops and a couple of trucks. I don't want a big corporation. But you don't need the trucks anyway. We plan to do a lot of business in the Pennsylvania area, so Pennsylvania area. So I want to have trucks to deliver the screens out to them. So a lot to do besides that. The game of the troll is to pretty much try to keep you occupied with dumb stuff. That's what it is. So, you know, to prove a point, to go out here and prove a point, that's what I had to come to. Lord talked to me this morning. And to basically entertain and say we're going to wipe out all our screens and blah, 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 blah. That's a waste of time. They'll know our screen is superior when you put that sample sheet against it. Then you'll know. Just like I knew with Diamond. When Diamond I put that sample sheet, I knew Diamond's technology was superior. That's all it took. When you have a powerful screen, you ain't got to do too much. It does the job for you. It speaks volumes. That's what that thing is designed to do. I'm not going to waste my time in discrediting that technology, playing around with people who don't understand true technology, nor do they respect it. I'm going to do whatever I can to get that technology off the ground when it needs to be done. And after that, well, enjoy the fruits of its labor. OLED demonstrations.
Happy birthday, Marty. Oh, no, you don't. Let me get this. Thanks. You're too kind.
Unlimited 2% cash back.
That's savage. That is straight savage right there. I ain't gonna say happy birthday. Happy birthday, but you're gonna use their credit card to pay for their own gift. Oh my goodness, that's savage. Oh my goodness. It's funny, oh man. You know, get the gift for him. He got his card out and put his hand down. He pays for it. He said, oh, happy birthday. Oh, you savage, I tell you. Man, look at that. That's gorgeous. I'm telling you, beautiful. So we got to break down the price again, because it was supposed to be a certain price. We got to break it down because now it's going to be a tower system. So we'll do it like we're going to have it per box. Right now, we have them in 2s and 4s. That's it. Each one 36 in length, 24 in height. Or you can turn it around like I did the 235.1, and I did it at 24 in length and 36 in height, and piece them together to get my larger screen. I guarantee one thing, when you just get the sample sheet, it'll make a difference. Pay for a sample, I guarantee you, it's going to be mind-blowing. You're going to freaking love it. That's why we have the sample. That way you don't have to dip into the investment.
Welcome to ILEG Premium. If you're captivated by what you see, make sure to subscribe and enable
Now we know we're going to have people do dumb stuff. Let me explain something to you. I'm not saying anything to you. I'll leave that to the lawyers. That's their job. That's what they're paid for. Now said, done. Moving on. So I'm bringing them on board. Can't wait to start having these sample sheets out. These things are gorgeous. I'm going to have one downstairs today for you to play around with. I mean, you get your sample, come in a nice little brochure, and have a business card, and we can reach and contact the company. Also, too, along with it, we are going to have, some basic information on it, patents and stuff that are sitting on top of it, because we have to have all that in there, stuff like that, and information about the product and stuff like that. Or as we do. My buddy, he's gonna make a ton of money. Things, customized frames. Yeah, he gets a large percentage. Pretty much, we only get, since he's designed it from, out of 100%, we're gonna take about 20%. He gets the rest. Because again, like I said, I'm not into being greedy. You know what I mean? He's gonna put our badges on them, which he has permission to do so. And he's going to be partnership with our company. He said he wants one in his shop as soon as possible. Ooh, I can imagine what the Nintendo Switch would look like on it. They got some crazy colors on there. It's freaking like colorful. Awesome. I gotta buy one. I gotta buy one and play it on this thing. So we're going to need a bigger screen. We definitely need a bigger screen. So I'm going to do the big boy pack of 4 tiles. I'm going to do one of those. Alright people, we are out of time here. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. I got to shoot a couple of short videos pretty soon on this technology. Can't wait for it to become available. As soon as we get the documents back, let us know it's officially protected and it's good to go. Then we begin the process of, you can do the samples if you want, or if you want, basically you can pre-order and you'll have one a month for everybody else. Alright, gotta go. Thank you for your time and God bless. And of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. If it weren't for Him, none of this would ever be available. Gotta go and God bless.